All right. What's going on, everybody? Elijah Fatal Book here, man. The date is the 19th of January, 2023. The time is currently 10:15 approximately. And this is an update for our artist journey so far. If you don't know me, like I said, my name is Elijah Fatal. I'm an independent music artist. I do hip hop and R&B mostly. I have 4 songs available out on YouTube right now. 5 songs of you, including my song "Play Me." I have an EP out called "Been Waiting." I love you guys. Go stream that on YouTube, Apple Music, and Spotify. Um, in this artist journey, I just detail things that I've been going through, my experiences as being a music artist so far, and how I feel about myself emotionally, physically, mentally, how I feel about the world around me, and things I've done so far to get here. So, we are in eighth. Excuse me, we're in eighth. We are in the 8th month of our artist journey because I don't feel like I'm just doing this artist journey by myself. This is also with you guys, people that are around me listening, the strangers I meet, everybody who supports me, everybody who doesn't support me, everybody I know at work. This is just not my journey, but just my journey with you as well. So, relate that to today's video. Today's video is going to be about relationships. Um, my relationship journey with myself, with my God, with my faith and my religion, and relationships with a another woman. I don't have a script for this one. Usually I have a script, but apparently I know how to run a fucking relationship. You know, but I like to just I like to talk. I like to talk, obviously. And one thing I've learned about myself while trying to have a relationship is I maybe talk too much. Um, I'm single. I've been single for going on 5 years now. If we count 2023, I've been going on 5 years now single. And I've learned a lot about myself. I've learned a lot about people. I've learned a lot about women during this time. Uh, I had a uh, I had a person I was talking to for 2 years, but we never had a relationship, so I don't count that. But that person knows me the best, other than my family, because we just connected on such a deep level that we've known each other pretty quickly and known a lot about each other. Um, and I make this video about relationships because, like I said, I'm single, and I've been pursuing women in different ways um, during my artist journey. I'm like, the reason I would want to be in a relationship is because, I live alone right now. Um, I haven't had a relationship in over 5 years, or going on 5 years. My ex that I was actually with has a family with one of my old friends that I used to, go to work with. We used to have a friend group, my 2 friends and I, my 2 guys and I, and she has a family with this nigga. So, that kind of fucked me up. And I was the only one that was in the hospital with her when she was in labor. Um, you know, and I was in the hospital with her because we had sex around the time that she became pregnant, and I left. So I just have the heart of I just want to make sure you're okay because we were best friends in high school. We were together for 6 years. I've spent most of my life as a teenager with her. Um, so when she tells me she was pregnant with what I'm assuming is our second child, because I've had my first child, Kaiden James Freetal, back when I was 17. August 13th, 2015, he was born, and September 16th, 2015, he passed away. And we went through a really rough time. I stayed with her most of the time, honestly, because of the fact that she was. Oh, it's gonna get heavy. She was the one that was at the hospital when he was passing away. She was there. She watched the entire thing, and I was there too late for her. So that's my first fuck up. I wasn't there for my child's mother when our son was passing away. She had to handle that whole thing by herself. So I took it upon myself to be with her after that every day. And honestly, her leaving and like finally understanding that she didn't want to be with me was actually really good for her and really good for me. It hurt at first, but now that I look back at it, because we talked briefly during COVID when it first happened, I don't think she knows that I know exactly who her child father is now. I know exactly who that nigga is, and I blocked him on Facebook because no matter what, you were my guy. I talked to you about some of the deepest things I ever talked, and you go fuck my ex, bro. Out of all the, it's okay. Never mind. That's a whole different thing. Anyway, Um, blessings to them. I pray for them. I pray for their family. I hope their baby is very healthy. But to bring that into today's video, I've been single for a minute. I haven't had somebody that I can stay with and enjoy this journey with by myself. My other best friend, she's in a relationship, and we talk sometimes. But I kind of want somebody for myself. I want somebody that I can share my thoughts with. Of course, I share my thoughts with you guys. Everybody watching, whoever sees this. Um, but I want somebody I can, go to the movies with. I don't like going. I don't. I want to spend. I want to save my money. I want to save my money as much as I can. But somebody who can endure this life with me, who's in human form, and a female counterpart. Um, I'd like to be in a relationship to, fulfill my sexual needs and sexual wants. But I also, like I said, I want somebody that I can know on a level where I can actively feel like I know them. Because I'm not one of those guys where I can just, have sex with you and leave. I know that's a fuck up on my part. You should be able to just detach. But I'm a very emotional nigga. I'm a very emotional nigga. I'm learning how to cook and shit. So I kind of want to cook. I want to cook for my lady. I want to cook for whoever I'm dealing with. I want to, make this music with them. Like at least like have like a background track or something, like some bullshit, but just something to share something with somebody. Um, it may sound desperate or whatever, but it's just as a man and as a human, we just already have this wanting for a connection, and as a man, we have the we have the baby maker basically. Like a woman can have a baby with any man, but it's the man that gives them the product for baby. So it's not to say I want a child. I miss my son, but you know, I don't want a child right now because I'm not financially able to have a child right now. Um, you know, and related back to relationships. I've talked to a few women during my time. I started this artist journey back in May. I found myself talking to a woman I met on this dating app called Hinge in June, and we talked for a little bit. But there's a few things I didn't understand. I didn't like. I tried to talk to her on the phone. She didn't want to talk on the phone. Her family. I learned a lot through her too. I'm not gonna put her name. I'm not gonna put no names out there, but we were talking, and like she supported my artist journey. She supported my music. So I was like, yo, I fuck with you heavy. Like, not well, and in part because you fuck with my music, but because I fuck with you. Like, you sound cool. You seem cool. Our messages back and forth are cool. We got good energy together, but that only does so much for me. I'm moving around. I'm going to work. I'm actively trying to get out of my house. My roommate's house. I was in my roommate's house. So to be honest, I probably shouldn't have been looking for a relationship anyway. But that's neither here nor there. I wanted that connection with a female counterpart. Um, so and also too, she reached out to me first on the dating app. She's like, "You have a nice smile," and that fucking lit up my whole entire heart. I was like, "Oh shit!" Like, like okay, you think my smile looks good? Like, oh shit! Like, who are you? Um, and I had my car at this time, so I've offered, let's like see each other. Like after a few months, let's see each other, and we never ended up seeing each other. Um, she was off on the weekends, from what I was told. I don't know how to plan shit. Like I said, I've been single for 4 years. When my ex and I were together, we just said, let's go here. We didn't plan shit. I don't plan shit. I'm learning how to plan shit now after 24 years. I've never planned shit my entire life. So I'm like, okay, well, you're off next weekend. What are you doing next weekend? I'm going out with my friends. And not to bring up like bad things, because she was cool. Like I said, she was a very beautiful woman. I like a thick woman. I like meat on her bones, whatever. Um, but she was a preference of mine. And long story short, we don't talk anymore because I told her straight. I said, it's been a few months and I'm talking to other women at the same time too. And she was like, you're a liar for not telling me. And I was like, we had a conversation. I was like, to be honest, like I've been trying to see you. You're the main person I've been trying to talk to. And, I try to talk to you on the phone. You don't fuck with me. I try to FaceTime you. You tell me that's your family. I know you live with your family. I understand. But I'm not gonna be with your family. I mean, yeah, I am, but you're the one I'm trying to talk to. It's like you're a grown ass woman. You're a grown ass woman. I'm a grown ass man. Fuck is your? I don't care what your family say about me. I don't care. Like, but that's neither here nor there. So that's number one. She's out. I met a woman a few months after her. We was me and this other woman talking about. We were still talking about. I met a woman through Tinder, and her and I were talking. She was talking about the stars and Mercury retrograde, and you got a Gemini, Aquarius moon, and shit I ain't never hear before. So I was like, yo, this is interesting. I like learning new things. The thing I learned from the first woman, I'm not gonna like I said, I'm not gonna put on names, but the things I learned from the first woman was women find me attractive. That's what I learned from the first one. That I can actively have a conversation back and forth, and that we actively woke up. We said good night to each other. We said good morning to each other. We said have a good day at work. Like, it was tough. The second woman I learned is that I like a woman who has her own shit going on. I like the fact, mind you, the first one was a physical therapist. I'm not going to but she's like I said, she's making money. She got her own car and shit. She buy her cars. But this next woman I was talking to, we met on Tinder. We was talking for a little bit. She wasn't too far from me either. We didn't talk a lot, but when we did talk, like I said, it was cool. I just feel like I'm a naturally cool nigga. Like, I don't care what's going on with me. I'm a naturally cool nigga. Um, so we would talk a little bit. We never talked on the phone. I probably sent like one voice message before back and forth, but we actually sent pictures back and forth and shit. With the first woman, I had like 2 or 3 pictures from her, maybe 4. I was the one sending pictures mostly, and I just felt like I was putting in a lot of effort to, show me you. Whereas this woman, she was openly showing me her, and like I said, if I'm gonna be with you, I wanna see you. I wanna be able to see you. Fuck, I'm gonna be with somebody that I can't see. The fuck. But anyway, maybe I'm just thirsty. Um, Long story slow, me and this woman I'm talking about currently, the second woman I was talking to, she has currently blocked me on all social media because I let my music be known too. Like, I let people be known, like, hey, this is what I do. About my music, about my life, but I do want to have a connection with somebody. At first, I was telling everybody I don't want nothing serious, but then the first one was talking about she wanted a relationship out of nowhere. So I was like, okay, maybe I could pursue a relationship. Apparently, I can't. Anyway, second woman, I'm not gonna put out names. Second woman, she would leave my message on red for days, and I'd reach out, be like, hey, just checking on you. She'd be like, I had to take it away from social media. I was like, all right, cool, understandable, whatever. But then when I would, I didn't open her message for like a week. She fucking blocked me on everything. So I don't know if she had another nigga she was talking to, or whatever nigga she with now told her to block me on everything, or she decided to make it her own decision to block me on everything. I kind of want to make a new account and just ask her like, yo, why the fuck did you block me? That's kind of weird. But it is what it is. I hope she's happy. I'm not a hater. I don't hate. I hope niggas is happy. I hope she's happy, whatever the fuck she's doing. Moving on to the third woman I've been talking to. This one was a real life interaction. I would go to open mic in my state. I'm not gonna say where I was going because I could lead to somewhere else, but I was going open mic, and I had a woman who was like, talking to me. We were talking to each other and shit. And, we would talk back and forth. We would smoke together. This is back when I was smoking. I don't smoke anymore. I haven't smoked since Christmas of last year, 2022. But we would smoke. We would talk. And, we had some time together and shit, talking and shit. And long story slow, I talked to her. I text her. I didn't get a response. She has a child, which is understandable if I don't get a response. But you on social media and you could like my post but don't hit me back. That's kind of weird to me. That's just weird. It's weird. Maybe I'm a weird nigga, but that's weird to me. If I want to talk to you, I'm gonna want to fucking talk to you. I don't give a fuck if the world is dying and my fucking president is telling me outside my door I gotta come outside. I'm gonna talk to you. Anyway, we don't talk anymore like that. Um, my phone was off for like 4 hours. So maybe she hit me, my phone was off. She said, I'm not gonna talk to a nigga whose phone is off, which is understandable. Why the fuck you 24 and you don't have no phone on? That's weird. Which is understandable. But I had just moved into my apartment. All my money went to my apartment, my security deposit. I wanted to move. I bought a futon. I wanted some place to sleep on. I didn't have my priorities straight. And honestly, that's good on her for seeing that she didn't want a nigga who did not have his priorities straight. I'm happy for her. I hope whatever she's doing, she's good. Sometimes I miss her. Um, because it's like once I had that face-to-face connection, and it was cool. The one thing I will say is she probably had the dopest connection. We had the dopest connection. Like, we didn't talk a lot, but I knew that when I went to fucking open mic night, and we saw each other, it was on and popping. And she supported the music too. She liked the music I was doing, so it was cool. and then it just stopped. It just stopped. So it is what it is. Um, the next woman, I'm not, and that doesn't make it seem like I'm a player or nothing, but once again, I'm single. I've been single. So while I spent all my time with the first woman, and I wasn't getting anything out of it other than, text back and forth. And I'm not getting nothing really out of this other than simple conversation. But if I was really that important to you or anything of real interest, you would make an effort to actively try and see me outside of wherever the fuck your phone is at and shit. So my most recent was probably the worst thing ever, yo, because I I I had a weed pen. I have to include this because it's all correlates. I had a weed pen, and I was smoking that shit, and I got too high. I got very paranoid, and I could not understand. My brain could not compute. The last woman I dealt with, she was beautiful, man. The one thing I'll say about this chick is she was beautiful. We met through a dating app as well, but we didn't talk for like the last 2 years because once again I was talking to my long well my not long term, I was talking to somebody for 2 years, and honestly I wasn't trying to talk to somebody while not having my shit together, so we just didn't talk. We talked for a little bit, but I realized I don't have my shit together, so like I can't keep talking to somebody else. Uh, so anyway, long story slow, we talked for a little bit, and it was cool for a little bit, but I ended up basically showing my paranoia to her unknowingly and by accident. And she basically thinks I'm crazy now. And I may be. I mean, I fucking moved away from my roommate. I moved 30 miles by myself away from my family, my friends. I'm still trying to pursue music. I'm up at 5 o'clock in the fucking morning. I'm not watching any porn and I'm smoking. Like, I might be a little bit crazy. I'm over here thinking that I can make something out of my life after having nothing but bad shit my entire life happen. So maybe I am a little bit crazy, but I basically was like, I don't trust you that you are the age that you say they are. I don't trust the fact that you fuck with me really like that. All she could fucking say, like, she was like, you cute, but then she was like, your hands is ashy. And I'm fighting through my insecurities, period. But I'm like, yo, because I see you up here, but you're making me feel like I'm down here. And I'm like, I'm up here with you. It's just that I'm fucking working all day. I'm working. If you black and you watch this video, if you only way that you not ashy during this cold outside is if you put on lotion on every 2 seconds. What the fuck do I look like as a man putting on lotion every 2 seconds? Maybe once again, you have to look presentable at all times, which is something I learned through her too. I should be looking presentable at all times. There's no reason why my hands should be ashy, but it's cold as shit outside. I'm not gonna put on lotion every 2 seconds, but it's cold. It's gonna dry the fuck up, and I wash dishes all day. But once again, if you really care about yourself, you should look presentable at all times. That's what I learned through her. Uh, so yeah, she called herself detaching from me, and my phone just told me my phone's gonna die. I'm gonna wrap this up soon. She basically detached from me emotionally, physically, mentally, and she hasn't talked to me. We haven't talked. The times that we did talk, it was like small arguments back and forth. We would argue about dumb shit, like and I realized through her, I'm like, I don't need this shit. I don't need this shit. Like, you don't need me, and I don't need you. I want you. I want you badly. Thick, white woman. She's a nurse. The fuck? I dealt with her for the longest because she was a nurse. Because think about this shit financially. If a fucking, because I know I'm making money. I'm gonna make doctor money one day. It's not coming. It's not now. It's gonna be in maybe a year, 2 years, 10 years. I'm making doctor money. So if I'm making doctor money and you're a nurse, imagine what the fuck our kids would be bringing into. But thinking too far ahead and shit. Anyway, um, she was cool, and I also had some things I had to talk to her about personally that I was like, my father was a schizophrenic. I'm not diagnosed with schizophrenia, but with that paranoia through my weed episode, I had to let that shit be known because I didn't talk to her for 2 days. I was weird. I did some weird off the wall shit, and I can't blame her for not talking to me. I'm very happy that she's not talking to me. You know, um, we just didn't work out, and the point of this video is to talk about what I've been doing trying to find a relationship and coming to terms with uh, I may not just be able to have a relationship. Another reason why I want to have a relationship is because I was told by somebody I love. I'm not gonna say who it is because it's not even worth it at this point. But I was told by somebody I love deeply in my heart that I was gonna die lonely, and that put in perspective for me. I was like, I don't want to die lonely. Like, I want to have somebody know that they want to be with me forever. And I went on this journey trying to find somebody out of desperation, I guess, to not die lonely. And I got hit with reality every time. So, wrapping up this video because my phone's going down. I want to record this and I want to eat some food before I have to take a shower and record. Um, I feel like as a man, you shouldn't be chasing women. I feel like if you have a thing you want to do with your life, don't be chasing women. And I learned to stop chasing women. You know, I've learned to stop even worrying about them. Like I said briefly, you know, I'm not watching any pornography. I cheat here and there on TikTok and Instagram because it's there. I'm not watching shit, but if I see a bitch with a fat ass, I might have to look. Anyway, you know, but I've learned a lot about myself during these women, and I appreciate all of them for walking in my life and walking out of them. I made a few songs about them, especially this last one. She got like 5 songs about her specifically. But I learned a lot. So I'm gonna stop trying to look for a relationship. I'm gonna, you know, build a relationship with myself and continue working on myself and continue loving myself. And, you know, the day comes when somebody decides that they want that, I might not accept it because I wanted it for so long that I'm just like, I'm just done. I'm done looking for it. And you can't tell me when I got money that you want me, so I guess I might die lonely. We'll see what happens. Staying positive. To all the women, if you watch this video, please don't be upset that I was talking to other women, but you chicks are talking to other niggas, so I don't feel bad at all. Um, I pray you guys are all happy. I pray that each and every one of you finds a man that treats you with respect, the utmost respect and the utmost love, because that's what you deserve. And yeah, if you ever need some relationship advice, hit me up. The coaches don't play, so yeah. Once again, it's Elijah Fatal, Fatal Book. Uh, don't try and force nothing, man. Don't force nothing. Any guys watching this, or even women too, don't force nothing, man. If it's not coming naturally, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. I gotta get back to recording. I gotta record some music. I gotta take a shower, and I gotta eat all before midnight. And I already got 20 minutes down the drain. So, love you guys. Fate's here drops the 10th of February. Got a lot of marketing doing. I got a lot of marketing plans I'm thinking about. So, uh, love you guys. Appreciate you guys. And this is a relationship I want to keep as well. The relationship between myself and between my supporters as well. So, I hope you guys stay safe. If you have a relationship, get some from me. Because I'm not getting none. I haven't gotten none in a minute. And I'm controlling myself. So, thank you guys. I love you guys. Once again, it's Elijah Fatal, and I'm signing out of here. Peace.